So the WNBA Power Rankings are here. It is the first power ranking from NBC Sports. And again, there's 15 teams. I don't really think these power rankings really matter. At the end of the day, I don't think it's the be all and end all. I'm pretty sure the Fever were like 12th last year at one stage in the power, or 11th in the power ranking at one stage. Yeah, sometimes they are a bit overreacting, but early on, we're taking a look here. So, the number 2 Connecticut Sun. The Sun are building a team that are in a period of transition. They were sold to the Comets. Look, at the end of the day, 15 for the Connecticut Sun. I don't think that should be the case. I think they were, they shouldn't be out at 15, but if you want to put them 14, cool. I think I had them 11th, finishing 11th this year, and I was very wrong with that one. But yeah, 14th is the Portland Fire. They had 19,000 at their opener, and while the Fire didn't win the game, they competed at a high level against the Sky. The Sky might actually just be worse than we thought. I think the Sky might have been worse than we thought. But yeah, Portland, they're not going to win more than 8 games this year. The Toronto Tempo, holy crap, the Toronto Tempo look bad. I cannot stress it enough. The Toronto Tempo have looked horrendously bad. They looked, I know they nearly beat the Mystics, but Brittany Sykes missed a layup per game. I don't even know what they were trying to do. Sometimes you watch a game and you're like, okay, I can see the vision. I don't even know what they're trying to do. It is, Marina, you can shoot 45 shots a game, we can see what happens. That is, that's one of those things where it is, it's a crazy one. They made 17 field goals in 40 minutes. The Storm at 11, cool. Or at 12, I'm okay with that. I am okay with the Storm at 12. They are a fun tanking team. This is going to be a fun team, as in they're probably going to win 13, 14 games and be quite fun. So that's kind of a big one. Going and winning that many games, you'll take it. But then obviously there is the 11th is the LA Sparks. The Sparks have got a team in rebuild to trying to contend now after trading for Kelsey Plum last year and signing Nneka Onwumike. They haven't made the playoffs since 2020 and hoping to end the longest active playoff drought. Wow, they might go 6 years if they don't make it this year. The Fever only went 10 before Caitlin Clark. And speaking of that, you've got the Indiana Fever at 10th. They came into the season projected contender, and that hasn't changed following an early setback. You've ranked them 10th. You have ranked them 10th, by the way. They fell just short to the Wings, and they were about to score over 100. Fever looked like they're already picked off. This is a very, very odd. This is a very, very odd way to write somebody that you have ranked below the Washington Mystics. It's a very, very odd write-up for a team you have ranked below the Mystics. And the Lynx, by the way. Oh yeah, these are contenders. They're 10th. They lost the game by 3 points. The Lynx also lost the game by 1 point to a team that may be worse than the Wings. We'll see tonight. But the Minnesota Lynx lost their first game of the season to Atlanta Dream after leading game until the final 11 seconds, despite Fee and missing other players. Yeah, Olivia Miles was a joke. She was an absolute joke. She was fantastic. I still think putting them over the Fever is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. So, okay, so ranking means nothing because there's at least one team that's 1-1 that they've ranked above the Chicago Sky. At least one team with a record of 1-1, so record doesn't mean anything. The Sky as the 8th team, they were the least impressive. Wait, you've ranked the Mystics over the Sky for beating a terrible Toronto Tempo team by 3 and not beating not beating a barely functional Liberty team whose entire team basically got fouled out. That is not an ideal scenario, but sure, look, it is what it is, I guess. After trading for Angel Reese, they signed Diggins, Azare, Dejanay. Two of these are not healthy. And obviously drafting Haquez, who I thought was really good game one. I'll give Haquez that. Like, I thought she was really good game one. But still, you don't... It's kind of a crazy one here. And, like, the Mystics. So what tier 3? Tier 4 building. The Indiana Fever are in the same tier, according to CBS, as the Toronto Tempo. They're in the same tier as the Toronto Tempo. It is a crazy one. It is a crazy one. They're now in the same, now considered to be in the same tier as the Toronto Tempo. It's not ideal. But look at the same stage. Tier 3 in the mix. Washington Mystics 1-1. They're the youngest team in the league and they don't play like it. What do you mean they don't play like it? They nearly lost to a team who made 17 field goals. They nearly lost to a team who made 70 field goals and then lost to a team who didn't have a big on the floor. Like, they lost to a team, to a Liberty team, who were down going into overtime. Hanju, Jonquel Jones, Raquel Carrera, Leo Fibish, Satu Sabali, Sabrina Ionescu, and I'm blanking, they're missing somebody else. But basically, they're missing all of them, they still lost. And they still lost. That is not good at all. The Aces 6th, they lost by 33. They lost by 33 points. In the regular season, fair enough. And the Mercury, they won by 33. And they did lose to the Valks, who should be a bit higher. Golden State Valks at 4 seems kind of crazy. It does seem kind of crazy based on how they started the season. But I'm being real here. You've got the Dallas Wings for beating the 10th place Fever by 3 points. You've got the... You've basically got a team top 3 for winning on the buzzer, basically, against a team that you've considered to not make the playoffs. Don't know about that one. The Dream 3, like the Dream in 3. You've put the Dallas Wings second in the power rankings because they beat an Indiana Fever team without a power forward by 3. What? It wasn't a dominant win. They really turned reality and earned the number 3 spot. What do you mean it wasn't a dominant win? They fluked it. This was a complete fluke win. Like, if anyone other than Hoff was on the floor, they don't shit themselves and Angel Reese doesn't get the block. But the Dallas Wings as the second best team. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. The Indiana Fever won a game by 30 last year to start the season, and that didn't. And like they didn't even get this type of recognition. They won a game by 30 and they didn't get this hype. The Liberty number 1, duh. Half their team's been injured and they're still going out there cooking. The Dallas Wing, like the Indiana Fever, won a game by 30. Didn't matter. The Valks have destroyed 2 teams. They destroyed the Phoenix Mercury. They look insane. There's no reason for that. Like, we'll see how good the Dallas Wings are tonight. It is as simple as that. I do personally think that realistically, you have got a massively overrated player in a overrated team in the Dallas Wings as the second best team in the WNBA. Fuck no, they're not. Like, they are a team that if they make the playoffs, the season has been a success. If they win a round, it's been an incredible success. If they make the finals, they're not going to make the finals. But if they win a round in the playoffs, it has been an extreme success. If they even make the playoffs, this has been a success after a 10-win season last year. But to put them in contenders is crazy.